still breathing, still hope. They told you. You should have been further by now, stronger by now, wiser by now, healed by now. But here you are, still carrying questions that never got answers, still holding pieces that never quite fit back together, still waking up. These days feel heavier than the last, and somewhere along the way you started believing the lie. That's because you're not where you thought you'd be. You must have missed your moment. That's because it's taking longer. You must have failed. That's because you feel weak. You must be finished. But listen. There is a voice older than your fear, stronger than your doubt, steady through every generation, and it speaks the truth that doesn't sound like the world. A living dog is better than a dead lion. You thought you had to be the lion, unshaken, unbreakable, always strong, but life has a way of humbling strength, didn't it? It showed you that even lions fall, even the strong get tired, even the fearless feel fear, and now you're standing here, not as the lion you imagined, but as someone who feels small, overlooked, uncertain, wounded, like a dog in a world that only celebrates lions. But what if heaven isn't looking for lions? What if heaven isn't looking for breath? Because as long as you are breathing, God is still working. As long as your heart is beating, your story is still unfolding. As long as you are here, there is still hope. You may not feel powerful, but you are present. You may not feel strong, but you are still standing. You may not feel ready, but you are still here, and that means something. Don't let your pain convince you your purpose has expired. Don't let delay deceive you into thinking destiny has denied you. And don't let broken moments rewrite a whole story that God is still writing. Because small things, placed in the hands of God, split seas, topple giants, open prisons, raise the dead, and you may feel small right now, but you are still in His hands. So what if you're not the lion? What if you're the one who survives the storm? What if you're the one who keeps believing when belief feels impossible? What if your strength isn't in roaring, but in remaining? Remaining when it hurts, remaining when it's unclear, remaining when everything in you wants to walk away. Because there is a quiet power in not giving up. There is a holy strength in staying alive. Hear this. Your life is not insignificant, because it is not impressive. Your life is not meaningless, because it is not loud. Your life matters because it is still being lived. And every breath you take is evidence that grace has not given up on you. You've cried tears no one saw, you fought battles no one applauded, you've held on when no one knew you were slipping. But you're still here, still breathing, still holding on, even if it's by a thread. And that thread is enough for God to work with. So if your faith is barely a whisper, let it whisper. If your strength is almost gone, stand anyway. If your heart feels shattered, bring every piece, not the perfect version, the real one. Because God doesn't need perfection. He works with presence. He works with surrender. He works with breath. So breathe again, even if it's shaky. Believe again. Even if it's small, hope again. Even if it hurts, because as long as there is breath, there is still hope. Not because life is easy, but because God is faithful. Not because you are strong, but because He is not finished. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not too far gone. You are still here, and that means your story is not over. So lift your head. Steady your heart and take one more breath, because heaven is not done with you yet. Still breathing, still hope.